What's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Aquano. Today I'm going to talk to you about the top 3 things that ruins your aquarium. Number 1, unnatural and colored substrate. I hate unnatural and colored substrate. I've never had a tank that had it. I've only had tanks that have aqua soil or have sand. My shrimp tank there has sand, but the tanks that we have here all have aqua soil. I've never had a tank that has had colored rocks or something like that. I never do that. Why shouldn't we be putting artificial stuff into your tank? This is explained very easily. Because if we put, let's say, colorful rocks, do fish experience colorful rocks in the wild? No, they do not. It stresses them out and it scares them, because you should always have a tank that looks very natural, like my tank right here. It's a plant tank. It only has anubias. It has 2 rams and river rocks and aqua soil. So that's the type of tank you should strive for, not something that has colored substrate and plastic plants. As I mentioned earlier, plastic plants. You should never put plastic plants into your tank unless you are keeping live bearers. Live bearers, the only exception is when your guppy is going to lay eggs, because you might need a lot of plants or like artificial plants to stop the baby guppies from getting eaten, because you might want to get a big bushy plant so that the babies can go hide into the bushy plant. I'll show you right now. Here I got the plants that I've used. I've used this to put into only guppy breeding setups, where I take the female guppy out and put in a tub, and she gives birth to the babies, and then I take her out until I can figure out that she's actually had babies. I put this in so that the babies can hide in it so that they don't get eaten by her. And I've also got this red plant. I have actually used this in one other time when I actually had these 2 blue rammies in one tank and they started fighting, so I used these to block this line of sight. Now here's the thing, you can make a fish live with colored substrate and plastic plants. You can, but it will drastically shorten its life and it will make it a stressful life, because fish want to live in natural aquariums. Okay, you have to make it close to nature as you can. So the reason why I actually have planted tanks is because I want to see their natural behavior. Their natural behavior displayed in these small glass boxes. That's why I have planted tanks, so that I can see them breed, can see them feed the way that they do in the wild, etc. So that's why you should always try to get a planted tank instead of a tank with colored gravel and plastic plants. Last but not least, we have washing the filter every week. You should not do this, because a lot of biological microorganisms live in that filter pumps, and when you wash it every week with especially chlorine water, it kills all of those microorganisms and bacteria, and the tank has to restart the whole cycle. So you should never be doing that, and so you should give up on doing that, and you should do it at least like once every 2 months, and you should try to keep the water for about 2 days so that the chlorine gets evaporated, and then wash the filters. And again, when you're washing the filters, don't completely scrub the filters. Leave a bit of dirt so that then that's a head start for the microorganisms to start living in the filter again. As always, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.